All right, we are getting closer and closer to the showdown between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. It's almost wrist up 12 time. Shaduar ready to show that he should have been at the top of the NFL draft with Cam Ward. Tennessee Titan reporters and media has some interesting things to say about Shedeur Sanders. We have to break this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video as always. So we are just a couple days away from the showdown where Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns should beat the Tennessee Titans. Now, I know Cleveland is not the best team, but they're not as bad as the damn Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans the worst team in the league. We need to stump a mud hole in this team. But we got to see what these reporters and media had to say about Shedeur Sanders. Let's get into it.
So the offense has its own set of woes. They've had three different starting quarterbacks this year between Joe Flacco, then Dylan Gabriel, who was also another draft pick from Oregon, and now in what will be his third consecutive start, Shedeur Sanders from Colorado. Statistically, they rank near the bottom of the league in most any category because they're having their issues with that.
The fact that you at the bottom of the league in every damn near statistical category offensively, and Kevin Stefanski's supposed to be an offensive guru who had to give up play calling for the second straight year, fire him. Fire him.
What is a little surprising is they're exactly even in the turnover ratio, but that's that defense that we talked about last segment and their part in this. So it's interesting to see how the evolution of this thing has gone from 2024 to 2025, even with Kevin Stefanski still there and as the head coach. Jerry Jeudy is their number one wide receiver. He had 90 catches for 1,229 yards last year. Right now, through 12 games, he has 35 catches for 421 yards.
Whoa.
The reason is they run 12 personnel more than anybody in the league. One running back, two tight ends. And that's why if you look at their top three receiving options, Jerry Jeudy's in there, but the top pass catcher is the rookie from Bowling Green, Harold Fannin Jr.
Harold Fannin, the real wide receiver number one for the Cleveland Browns, not that fraud Jerry Jeudy. Not that fraud. Kevin Stefanski got to mix the Tommy Rees, fix this off and get some things together. Get creative. Let's spread some people out. Let's do some stuff. All right?
The tight end. He has 51 catches for 505 and 3 scores, so right at 10 a catch. And then the longtime vet, David Njoku, 32 for 292 yards and 3 more scores. So it's an interesting distribution of the football there when you're talking about what the weaponry is. Cedric Tillman's the other wide receiver to go there. And then they brought up Malachi Corley, former Western Kentucky Hilltopper, who's started returning kicks last week. So then you look at their run game. And again, their run game is trying to get cranked. They're 98.5 yards a game. That's 27th in the league right now.
God damn, you're supposed to be a running team. You can't even run the ball. Kevin Stefanski, y'all can't even get a run game in order. You talking about this supposed to be a run-first team. We got Quinshon Judkins, Dylan Sampson, who I loved at the University of Tennessee, can hit his head on the goalpost with any given touch, as you've seen on that screen. The run game has been suffocated by the lack of pass with Dylan Gabriel, who couldn't see over the line of scrimmage, and the play calling of Kevin Stefanski and now Tommy Rees. Y'all need to take the training wheels off. Let Shedeur Sanders take the top off this defense and back those safeties up so you can actually have some resemblance of a run game.
And it's two rookies with that. So Quinshon Judkins, their second-round pick from Ohio State, is the main lion's share runner in this, 758 yards, 7 touchdowns. And again, he's a guy that's capable of catching it out of the backfield, but that's just not what they do with him. He's only got 17 catches this late in the season. Dylan Sampson from the University of Tennessee, their 4th-round pick, is the other running back that's starting to work into the equation. And again, he can catch it out of the backfield. So it's interesting just to see how much, but they run 12 personnel a little over 44% of the time. And Shaduar is, he had a decently clean game in that game last week against the 49ers. He was sacked 3 times. He did not throw any interceptions. Their ball security issues have been somewhat like what Cam Ward has been going through, and that's with fumbles and the like.
See, at least he's real enough. He's real enough to not just be a flat-out hater and act like this offense has been trash because Shedeur Sanders. He at least said, yo, he had a clean game. Like, to tell you, it wasn't his fault they kept fumbling and muffing punts, terrible fourth down play calls where relying on Harold Fannin, the tight end, up under center. None of that was Shadeur's fault.
Like, they had 4 fumbles. They lost 2 of those. And so there's where some of the score separation starts to come into play. But, yeah, it'll be Shadeur's 3rd consecutive start. Now, I mentioned at the start of the show there may be a place that Big Jeff and Tavondre Sweat and Sebastian Joseph Day, the defense can maybe exploit a little bit. They've got some issues on the offensive line, especially after this last game against San Francisco. Their right guard, Wyatt Teller, he has a calf injury. That is expected to keep him out. He was already in this game last week, was splitting reps with Tevin Jenkins, and will likely become the starter at right guard. He's a 5th-year man out of Oklahoma State. He was originally a draft pick by the Bears. He was picked up in the offseason on a 1-year deal. The right tackle in this, Jack Conklin, former Titan, suffered his 2nd concussion of the season. And we know when you get to that number in the same season, I don't expect him to play in this.
Yeah.
So KT Leviston, 2024 7th-round pick of the Rams, who was traded to Cleveland in August.
Yo, man, Shedeur Sanders got a bunch of Home Depot workers blocking for him on the offensive line, man. This is a setup, man.
Ended up doing a lot of reps in that game after he left. We'll see if he gets the nod at right tackle. They have a veteran swing tackle in Cornelius Lucas, who's like 34 years old. The point being, their offensive line from center to left is getting a little long in the tooth age-wise. They got a major decisions to make in their offseason coming up. But they've been through, in the first 8 weeks of play, until they were able to acclimate Cam Robinson at left tackle, who they traded for at the end of September. They went through 7 different offensive line lineups, emanations, out of the first 8 weeks. Oh. And so there's some things there that I think Jeff and those guys should be licking their chops over.
Yeah, I think the Tennessee D-line will definitely get theirs, and hopefully they can, because this offense isn't overpowering. Let's be real about the situations. We have 2 rookie quarterbacks still trying to figure it out. The weather play a factor. So the team that makes the least mistakes will probably come out victorious, and I think whoever can control the ball on the ground will definitely reign supreme.
How do penalties kind of figure?
Man, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns should handle this Tennessee Titans team at home. Those guys didn't get too crazy with Shedeur because they have a rookie quarterback who is the number 1 overall pick in Cam Ward, who they need to still actually make sure is good because he has not had a good rookie year. I think the talent is there. The arm talent is there. The mobility. I think they need to get a better line. They got to get more weapons around him and give him some time. But he needs to show it. He got to show something. The patience in this league is low, and it is going to be a battle between Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. I cannot wait to see it. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.